Ke kopa re question 6 yo qala ona mme a ratang ho lwana le bana tje mme ona ha salane le ngwana moholo lwana le ngwana monyane ha salane le ngwana monyane lwana le ngwana mo yo ene wa tseba bana go bolela ho bolela ba itse lerata o tlo ba di step o tlo etsa ba be le bo slow bo itse o tlo o hatella bana ba dula ba le o morana le di neurons tsa ngwana yo I win ay ka bona ntwe. Question 6. PQRS is a parallelogram with M on PS such that PM equals PQ and SM equals SR. QMR equals 90 degrees and Q2 is equals to X. Right, down at tab, let me draw the diagram so that we see what is being provided to us. Now we are in question 6. And this is a parallelogram. I'm not very good when it comes to drawing, but please assume that this is a parallelogram. Please just try to assume. You just close your eyes and say, okay, that's fine. We will assume it is a parallelogram. We will overlook your drawing and just assume that this is a parallelogram. Renale P, renale Q, renale R. Okay, renale 1 and 2, renale this side equals that side, renale this side equals to this side, renale X. But this angle here Q2 equals X. PQRS is a parallelogram with M on PS such that PM Raibona Kiano PM illeganally PQ by just those lines Raibona. We don't have to debate that. Angle here M2 illeganally 90 degree. Now question 6.1. Bare. Determine with reasons two other angles which are equal to X. By just looking at that angle, which other two angles might equal X, or they are exactly equals to X? By just looking at that diagram, which other angles are exactly equals to X? By just looking at that diagram, that is the question. X here. Which other angles are also equals to X? By just looking at that diagram.
M1.
M1. Why? Why? Let me look at this diagram. Why? M1. Because it's alternating angles. I get? So M1 equals X reason alternating angles. Right, so you go which other angle also equals to X? I know that in an isosceles triangle, if two sides are equal, two angles are equal. If this side is equals to this side, this angle equals to that angle. So again, Q1 equals X. Reason ke triangle looking isosceles. Aksibla ba hand. Jesus, my father. Right. So you go pangola X mo. If two sides are equal, two angles are equal. Right. How na tab? We will go and check na bona ba bonitse fi. Ama fositse ka ba correct tab. Betere ha. Determine the size of M3 in terms of X. Find M3 in terms of X. M3 in terms of X. I know that M3 M1 M1 plus M2 plus M3 equals 180 because it's straight line. So I can say that M1 plus M2 plus M3 equals 180 degrees. Reasoning straight line angles. Okay? Straight line angles. Right. Now ginale M1. Yes, ki X. Now ginale M2. Yes, ki 90. Now ginale M3. M3 in terms of X equals 180. Now, M3 equals 180 minus angle X minus 90 degree. That will be 180 minus 90 because it like terms of 90. Or 190 minus X as the value of angle M3. Jesus, 2 mark of fair. What's a fellow doing is simply the last question is 6.3. More 6.3. Barry, calculate the numerical value of X equal. Numerical being a number. Right. Find the value of X. I can find X. When? How am I going to find X? Jesus. X. So M3, 90 minus X, give value M3. But M1 plus M2 plus M3, 180. Already I have said that. My M1, here X. My M2, here 90. My M3, here 90 minus X. 180. Kibona matata. Mona kibona matata serious. 90 plus 90 ki 180. 180 minus 180 ki 0. So kanale matata. This is not the correct approach. It's never and ever. So how are we going to find the numerical value of X? And I'm going to get 2 mark. Into 2 mark. Njona di 2 mark. Kwetsa ngo ngifumane X. Bualin namme bualin. Njona ke parallelogram here. If 2 sides are equal, 2 angles are equal, right? So kama njama side here yona ke ukani? Ya S ke 90 minus X. Hey, ile kana le guy, le M3. Ake go chulo jwalo lwena le mona go chulo ga if 2 sides are equal. Bona 2 sides se kenyang angle di le kana le angle tse. 2 sides se kenyang angle di le kana le angle tsane. Please be careful, Lomanis. Aksela ba ga hantle. Right. Ho etsa halang ka the opposite angles of a parallelogram. Are they equally kapa do they add up to 180? The opposite angles of a parallelogram. Are the opposite angles of a parallelogram equal? Angle see? Are these angles equal? Are they supplementary? They add up to 180 in a parallelogram. Let's check if we say that they are equal. The tobanale 90 minus X ena. Berere eleganale X plus X in 2X. Reason ya runa ki in opposite angles of a parallelogram, whatever. Right, more kitobana 90 minus X equals 2X. Take to this side, 90 equals 3X. Again, because kitobana 2X plus X in 3X. You divide by 3, you divide by 3. Mpeta ba mme. Aksabata wa ya hole jwa. Aksabata wa ya hole. Sabata ya hole. Give a guy 30 degrees is the value of X. Now, Kion, that is my question. Now, how shall I pilimu? Read the value of M3 elekanale 90 minus x again. Right, why re tsholo jwalo is because ra tseba hore the angle is M1 plus M2 plus M3 di re fa straight line akere e leng 180 degree. We are very correct to say that ke straight line ha batlo go ye kae. Right, the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. They are equal, and then we find our x as 30 degree. Now, bonabari in mo question 6. Kupa choose.
Question 6.
A.
Mine is 6.1.
A.
Answer usual.
Okay. 6.2. M3 ke bokae?
6.1 happy barrel to. Kidi angles man.
A. Ajere re itse angle M1. Two other angles that
Q.
Okay, angle Q1.
Is
sharp. Alright. Beriao 6.2 again. Berere M3, angle M3 ile kanali 90 minus x.
Bona mona bite. Angle S angle S.
Angle S ile kanali bokae?
Angle Q1.
Angle S ile kanali angle
Q1.
Kana Q1 ke feng?
Ke khone kan qa.
Kopa fela hlo ya hao ha ile hantle. Go hlo ya ha ile hantle. Kopa fela re shebe size ya S. Bona S e buleile jwang? O bobe angle ye ile kanali Q1. Bona ntwe ne buleile akae. Ko ke batla fela re thusane by logic, by just looking at the logic. Bona ntwe ne buleile akae Q1. Bona S o bobe ntwe tse dia o le shano. Kopa fela re se ka batla ho pota o le shano. Angle S ile kana le angle Q ka fela e leng Q1 and Q2. Kore okay, ha re qale pele mo. X ke bokae?
X.
X ke bokae? 6.3 ya bona. Now, ha re khutla. Ba itse angle S ke bokae? O tlo bona hore hona le bothata ba bona bo serious. Ke bokae S? Ba itse angle S ke bokae?
Angle S. Angle S ke batla answer angle S.
Angle S ke bokae?
Bite ke 2x.
Ke 2x. Ke nnete bona re itse wena angle ye ile kana le angle ye. Angle yena ha ile x plus x. Le ya ntse le bokae? X plus x leng 2x. That's true. It's just that rona re ngotse the same thing in a different way. That's why re fumaneng karabo correct mo is because re itse 2x ile kana le 2x. But rona bo you can't move if we going to 2x bona authority 2x equals 2x because the angle ye ile kana le angle ye again otobana le 2x equals 2x solver x otobana le x equals x ayo ntwi ke ntwi ha o isagane go otobana le x minus x that is equals to 0 etori 0 equals 0 which doesn't make any sense. So it's wrong to say that angle S is equals to 2x. No, angle X has to be 90 minus x. Mari, it's true, born. You understand them tree. Angular with manamu. Elegana handle angular with manamani. Mari, by writing in terms of x, angle S, it's never 2x. It's 90 minus x. That is why if one is correct, you failed. But you be careful. That's when Euclidean geometry analytically asipapati. Mona batla no tsebeta batsa ha o hantle mona o kumo o tla o skete ke tsa molwa twa moholo tlhangolo. Mona ha wa palo mo you must be very sure of yourself. But here we are correct in what we have done. My dear, there's nothing wrong here. M3 has 2x. M3 is 90 minus x. This is very, very important, ones. Highly and highly important. Right, Harry, question 7. Kya phumu? Yo kopa phumula. Re question 7. Taba tsa ka ntse di eme hantle le video. Ke ntho thata mme ke re reinforce. Get a focal. Right. I got one question 7. Renew another parallelogram here. Here. Parallelogram. Renew we have. Wait watching. Right. This is parallel with this when this is parallel to that. D, inali D1 and D2. B, inali B1 and B2. A. Rename aditi filo ngwana no batho. Aditi ibintotse. Mama unta loga ini WhatsAppong unta bona di message ha bue mo re filo ha re nix. Rona ke le nna ke no bolella. Jwale arch nna ke sebetsa le motho wa teng. Now, use the diagram above to prove the theorem that states that the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. 5 marks. Prove that opposite sides of a parallelogram equal. You're not 12. Right. If the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal, if we want to prove that the opposite sides AD equals BC and DC equals AB, those are the opposite sides. They are equal. We are drawn a line so that we make sense of the sketch. The opposite sides are equal. When I shall twin carry. So put out our son, it's a Saha. Okay, by just looking, Namu, I can see that, okay, this piece, PC, Juanga Pajuang elegantly PC. So, Ngare triangle ABD, is it similar or is it congruent? Are they similar or are they congruent? If they are similar, the ratio of sides are equal. If they are congruent, they have exactly the same size and exactly the same shape. And which one? For congruency, are we using this or are we using that? This will denote similarity, axaphosi, and this will denote congruency. I think so. Let me go through the notes very fast to check whether the truth is like that. Yes, I think we are using this for congruence. This is congruency and this is similarity. So triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BCD. Okay, and then one thing I know, triangling me in a common side, yeah, BD itengamona li BD itengamo. So BD equals BD, which is a common side. If you take this triangle on only BD, if you take this triangle on only BD, it's common. If that is true, angle A must be equals to angle C. If I say that angle A equals angle C, by just looking into that. So the triangle is happy. Ona king happy in we erika buang kayo. Kitoko le bakalaka ki imum. Can I even say that In fact, let me not say this. Board, wait on a Z shape. And I got angle yamu, illegal angle yaman. So I can say angle D2 equals angle B2. Reason being alternating angles. But not only that, if this is a Z shape, come on, among this angle also must be equals to that angle. So I can say, okay, D1 must also be equals to this angle equals that angle again. Right. And what else can I say? This angle must also be equals to that angle. Read D1. So D1 again. D1 equals B2. And then D2 also equals B1. D2 equals B1 into alternating angles. Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? That's my question. Now I can need to turn out B2 equal D2 equals B1 by just looking at the construction here. Is it true? Yes, that has to be true. Again, they are alternating angles. And what gives me the power for saying that? I can say, if I'm saying that D2 equals B1, and that is true. The reason is because AD is parallel to BC. And the same thing I can say also AD is parallel to BC. King happen kaibuamo. If I say that ABD is congruent to BCD, what is my reasoning? My reasoning, in fact, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BCD. Kain rebonika le side le angle tse. So can le side le angle tse kae tse pedi. Therefore AD is parallel to, in fact, which way opposite sides are equal, like opposite sides are parallel. Therefore AD is parallel to BC. That can be my conclusion. Therefore AD is parallel to BC, and also AB is parallel to DC. Those can be my conclusions. If there's any other thing that they would like to add to this, we are more than happy to accept that. But this can give me 5 marks. Exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have exactly 5 marks. Right. Hauna taba sababu ya potso tsa usane. And then ha re le mo ke kopa re question 8. Ne ke kopa re question 8. Ne ke kopa re question 8. ABCD is a parallelogram. Oh, what's the emel? Here? What's a long parallelogram? What you? The facility affair. What has it allowed? One is who does all the flu? This is what we are provided with. This is what we are provided with. This is what we are provided with. E, A, D. We have B, C. We have F. We are told that this is equals to this. We are told that this is equals to that. And this is O. And then what does the question require? Prove 8.1. Prove that BOAF is a parallelogram. Prove BOAF is a parallelogram. We want to prove that BOAF, how is it? BOAF is a parallel. BOAF. Here, you need to parallelogram. Why? Here. We want to prove that. BOAF. Again. Now, have you shared that BOAF. Now, okay, born a who BOAF already that line in the previous example here. It's just that I said dotted line is so if this is a parallelogram, AB ya BFA illegal AB ya BOA. AB equals AB, which is common. Sharp. Right, if that is common, okay, what is it that I know? Born alternating angles. So Kitori, B1. I don't want to get A1 A2. So by construction, by construction, angle A1 equals B1. Angle A1 equals angle B1. Reason alternating angles. Why? Why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? I know that if it is a parallelogram, AF is parallel to BO. AF is parallel to BO. If those are alternating angles, if that is true, I know that A2 equals B2. I know that A2 equals B2. Listen, they are alternating angles because AF is parallel to BO. I know that. And then again, ABF is congruent. Triangle ABF is congruent to triangle OAB. OAB. Ka masaiti amabedi le ka angle tse pedi le site le 1. Site le angle tse kae tse pedi. Ke na le angle tse pedi tse le kana. Le site le 1 le common. Therefore OABF kappa BOAF is a parallelogram. Maka tla lo sheba na bona ba re.
Hai, hai hlai.
Ha e hlahe. All right, ha ona taba. Ha ona taba.
Ke ya hlai.
Ha ona taba. Ha ke tsebe bona na ba reng.
Ba AO
Ba re AO
is equal to OC.
AO ha re sheba AO equals
OC.
ngwaneso re bua ka parallelogram mona e bitswang BOAF. BOAF. You can't still talk about C.
How about the diagonals?
Ngwaneso, we can't talk about OC because it's outside. Parallelogram ke a ke re ngwaneso. So ha se re qala re kenya OC, hal wa bona jalo so bua ka something else.
Be ba re OD hape
Be ba re OD
is
OD equals OB.
OB.
Be ba re
Be ba re the diagonals bisect.
okay. Be ba reng hape?
Be ba re therefore jo BOAF is tsona ke bone na bong.
A parallelogram, okay? Honestly, we have a problem. Okay, let's look at the second way of approach. Let's try to look at the second way. We have constrained ourselves to the parallelogram that was being spoken about. I'm going to show you the second way, second approach. Right, the second approach will be to say, because I was told that AF eleganale OD, I was provided with that to say that this is equals to that. Okay? So I can say that AF equals OD and this is given. That's one thing that I can say, it is given. I can come again and say that FB equals OC. This is also given. It is given by the way they constructed the diagram. And it is very risky for me to say that OA equals OC, making diagonals bisect. How do I know that they are equal because it is not given? I can't say that. I honestly can never and ever say that, because that is not given. But by just looking at the construction more, I can see Norman A1 equals B2 B1. They are alternating angles. That one I can see from the diagram.
Yes.